You might have heard of this thing called the Volcker Rule.
The Volcker Rule.
Paul Volcker, who used to run the Federal Reserve, has this rule named after him, a big piece of legislation which is designed to stop banks from endangering the entire country and bring the financial system down with them. Good idea. Now, let's think about a couple of risky bets that banks and financial institutions have made in the past couple of years. Most recently, MF Global blew up. What happened there? It was doing this thing called repo to maturity. That was $6 billion worth of bets. They didn't work out. The bank collapsed. Let's also look at AIG. That was another particularly disastrous one. And what they were doing, in large part, was this thing called securities lending. So, two big disasters. They're both, interestingly enough, something called repo operations. What's a repo? I have some stocks, some bonds, some securities. I lend them to you. You give them back to me tomorrow with a tiny little bit of interest. I earn that tiny little bit of interest. You get to play around with those stocks or bonds for a few days. And it turns out that repo operations are carved out from the Volcker Rule. Banks and financial institutions can do as much repo as they like, and Volcker has nothing to say about it. So even after AIG and even after MF Global, you can still do all the repo you like, no matter how risky it is, and you can risk the entire system by doing so.